Hey guys, Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Avenging Spider-Man issue 8. So let's see what's going on with this issue, and let's talk about the cover first. So this is the epilogue for Ends of the Earth, which they didn't really advertise that much in the last issue. I think they should have. Actually, I did an Amazing Spider-Man review, I think it was last week, for the ending of Ends of the Earth, and I got a comment, from somebody that's saying, it does continue Avenging Spider-Man. So I was like, I didn't know that. So definitely, they should have, stated it in the end of the issue, like continue Avenging Spider-Man. Because a lot of people won't pick this up knowing it's the epilogue. And look where it's like so small. It shows End of the Earth epilogue. It's very small to show that. Like you wouldn't recognize it if you're like, just skimming to find what comics you want for the week. So I was very disappointed that they didn't really advertise it because the epilogue should be important, It's the ending for a big story arc that had been going on so long on Amazing Spider-Man. With Avenging Spider-Man, I just want to state that every issue it seems like it's written and drawn by a different person. So that's why I do give the series a chance a little bit more often. The last issue I read was a She-Hulk and Spidey team up. I hated it and it was so bad. But I really didn't like that. And then the first issue, I think it was a Hulk and Spider-Man issue and the team up. And I was like, I didn't really love it because I'm not a big Hulk fan. So now I'm giving this series a chance. I always give it a chance if I see like, oh, a team up I might like or, a continuation of a story I like. So that's why I'm giving this series a chance. But let's talk about the cover of this issue. I have to say, I like the cover. It's bringing Silver Sable, which just, spoiler alert, Silver Sable died in the Ends of the Earth in the end of that story. So, we're bringing her into the series, like, oh, maybe people are interested in her character after she died. So this is a good story pickup if you got interested in her character. Doctor Strange, that's a cool character to bring in, and then Spider-Man. So we get those team-ups in this issue. So let's see what's going on with this issue, though. So Spider-Man's looking for Silver Sable, looking for her body. Like, no one knows if she actually died, People are saying, yeah, she obviously died. But we have to find her body, like, what happened to her. Because even us, the readers, we didn't see her die, We if you can't find her body, who knows if she's dead or not. So Spider-Man's looking, Avengers are looking, they can't find her. So Spider-Man kind of gives up, but he says, we had to find Silver Sable because, she's my friend. And then he tells his whole story, which is the whole issue. He tells a story about, like, how Silver Sable is a good person. Yeah, she does hero stuff for money, but really, she's still a good person. She doesn't always do it for money, and she does it for the good of her heart sometimes. And in this issue, we get to see this princess who's supposed to marry Dr. Doom. Spider-Man has to save the day with Silver Sable, Doctor Strange, and in the end, this princess gets married. That way, Dr. Doom doesn't get her powers, because if she got married to him, her powers would be given to him. So that's what happened in this issue. It's kind of just like a fun little team up with Silver Sable, showing though like who Silver Sable is, and I guess like kind of a farewell story. That way we could get to see a little bit of Silver Sable with this issue, but. I like this issue. In the end of this issue, we get a little bit of a cliffhanger for Ends of the Earth, because they're like, spoiler warning, but they're like, oh yeah, so there's no Octbox left, don't worry. And then like in the ocean, we get to see one of these Octbots are still left. So like, who knows? They're definitely going to continue that story somehow, probably in the far, far future. But yeah, so it's leaving that story saying, oh yeah, Dr. Octopus might return or these Octbots might do something. So it's leaving that story. That way they can use it one day. So, and also they couldn't find Silver Sable, so maybe in issues to come, maybe that story will continue if the Octbot story continues. So, I think with this ending, it just leaves us hanging. Oh, this might happen. We might still have Silver Sable alive. Octbots might still be around. Obviously they are still around. But, maybe they'll be used in a future story. But, I like this issue. I didn't think it was that bad. It was a fun issue. It was definitely the best Avenging Spider-Man I've read, personally. Best issue I've read. I thought Dan Slott did a really good job with the writing of it. I think he explained Silver Sable's character very well. And I thought it was a fun little story showing who Silver Sable is, and I thought it was a very good ending for a character. She did die to save her country, and I thought at least she deserves a little team up story. So I thought that was pretty good. One thing I didn't really like in this issue though was the art. A lot of times it was sketchy. Here's an example. It's it's not the best. It bothered me a little. Spider-Man's head looked a little weird at times. That's not even a good example of it. Here's the best example to show that. His head looked a little weird. So, I didn't love the art. It kind of ruined the story a little bit for me. But, still, I liked the ending. I thought it was cool that they left, doors open for this story. But still, if they do use the Octobot story, I really hope they don't use Dr. Octopus. Like I said in my Ends of the Earth review, my last, the last Amazing Spider-Man review I did last week, I said, I kind of want Dr. Octopus to have his end story. I thought Ends of the Earth was enough for him. I don't think there should be another story for him. I think that was enough, And not saying he's a bad character or anything. I do like Dr. Octopus. He's actually one of my favorite villains for Spider-Man. But I like to see stories do end in a good note, And I think that was the best note to end it. And that's why I kind of wished he did die in that Ends of the Earth, not leaving him as a vegetable. And that's pretty much what they said. He's a vegetable. So, I know they're, kind of keeping him to survive just that way they could use him again. But I think it could have been fine if he died on this. This was the big Dr. Octopus story. And, they keep opening doors for him, keeping those doors open. But for me, I think I'd rather have Dr. Octopus, say, his last goodbyes, But, again, I thought this was a pretty good story, especially if you're a Silver Sable fan. I think you're going to really enjoy this. It's an interesting story. I thought it was pretty fun. I would say it's a fun story, and that's what Avenging Spider-Man should be, a fun, one-shot, team-up story, and that's what it really is. Was it the best epilogue I've ever read in my life? Far from it. But it was a fun story. It's something I expected from Avenging Spider-Man, something I wanted, a lot better than the issues I read, and I'm glad I picked this up at whim. It was a good issue. Not the best again, but it was good. I thought I liked it. I give it a 3.5. I say pick it up. I do say pick it up. It's definitely an issue to read. I definitely would say pick this issue up, and definitely again, maybe if you are only reading it for the Ends of the Earth epilogue, don't pick it up. But if you're reading it because you really do want to get a good story with Silver Sable and Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, you'll like this. You will. So definitely pick this up. This is Comic Uno. I hope you guys enjoyed. And guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. In the description below will be 2 links for both my YouTube channels, The Random Situation and Comic Uno. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter. And again, I get 3.5, and I say pick it up. I thought it was a pretty okay issue. So this is Comic Uno. Bye, guys.